We have a pact with the night sky. We trust its stillness, its predictable patterns. The stars are old friends, distant and silent. The darkness is a blanket, a familiar comfort that promises the return of the sun. We look up, and we feel contained, safe. The sky is a ceiling. But there is a night, whispered in forgotten lore, a night that does not exist in any calendar. It is a night the earth itself remembers, etched into the memory of stones and the silence of the deep woods. It is the night the ceiling broke. It did not begin with a sound. It began with an absence. A silence so profound it became a pressure. The wind held its breath. The rivers seemed to flow more quietly. The very air grew thin, sharp, tasting of cold metal and distant static. Then, the stars, one by one, went out, not fading. They were covered, as if a shadow was passing, not over the world, but behind it. And in the absolute, total darkness, the first tear appeared. It was not a light. It was a fracture, a thin, shimmering line of pale green, as if the fabric of the night itself had been cut by an unseen blade. This was not the gentle dance of the Aurora. This was an opening. The tear began to spread, branching out like ice on a frozen pond. And from the cracks, light began to leak. But it was not our light. It was not the light of the sun, or the moon, or the stars we knew. It was color. Colors for which we have no names. Hues that did not belong in this world, pulsing with a life of their own. Vast curtains of violet, deeper than any twilight. Rivers of crimson that flowed upwards. Impossible shades of blue that seemed to hum. A sound felt not in the ears, but in the bones. The sky was no longer a ceiling. It was a window. A window looking into a room we were never meant to see. Those who were outside, standing on the hills in the empty fields, they were not witnesses. They were participants. The light did not just shine on them. It shone through them. They say you could see the faint outline of your own bones, not as a shadow, but as a dull glow. The ancient standing stones in the fields. They resonated, glowing with a soft, cold light of their own, as if answering a call. The still, dark water of the lakes. They did not reflect the light. They reflected the emptiness behind it. And in that moment, they saw. They were not afraid. They were unmade. They did not see gods or monsters or ships from other worlds. They saw the workings, the intricate shimmering threads of mathematics that hold the universe together, the invisible gears of time and gravity. They saw that the world was not a solid thing, but a beautiful, complex pattern, hanging in a void so vast it defied comprehension. They saw the deep, intelligent, living emptiness from which all things arise. The sky hadn't opened. They had. It was a revelation, pure and terrifying. The profound, unshakable knowledge that this, what we call real, is just the thinnest veil over everything else. The event, it may have lasted a minute or an eternity. Time in that light had no meaning. Then, as slowly as it opened, it sealed. The colors bled away. The impossible light retreated back into the cracks. The fabric of the night mended itself. The stars, one by one, flickered back into existence. The wind took its first hesitant breath. The sound of the river returned. The world was as it had been. But those who saw it were not. You cannot see behind the curtain and then pretend to only know the stage. They walked the world, but they were no longer of it. They saw the trees, the water, the stones. But they also saw the shimmering cosmic machinery just beneath. We wait for a sign, a voice from the heavens, a burning bush. But the oldest whispers tell us, the revelation is not a voice. It is A view. The promise that on any given ordinary night, the ceiling might crack, and the entire universe might just look in.